How? Hello everyone and welcome to Tiny Bunny. I haven't recorded this in a while, but as you already know, I love this series so much. How am I gonna not record it? Now, we are gonna see this face that gave me an incredible jump scare, and a pointy beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that formed an owl face. I need an air conditioner. Something wearing a bird mask was staring at me. What? She won't. The voice sounded exactly like Olius, but there was somebody else behind the feathers and the curtain. I sprinted away as if I got whipped. The masked creature only pretended to be Olia. They just lure me out. I was running like crazy, drowning in snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing. It's not growing. The yellow light in its windows granted me hope. My mom and sister are there. My salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me, as if nobody was chasing me. Maybe it's because the owls can fly? I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. Oh, that's nice! From the soot black shadow of my house, a scruffy wolf cub crawled out and stood in my way. Its movements were jerky, chaotic, as if it was performing some terrifying dance, or convulsing during a stroke. And even though I could clearly see that the wolf face was a mask, something in this werewolf's convulsions made me freeze in place. The boy in wolf's costume rubbed his side against the porch post and fell to his knees. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. The beast's eyes shone, but he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running on all fours. I shifted my feet, my mouth agape, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was trickling from the slit in the mask. Vicious drops fell into the wooden plank. Saliva. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whispering me to save myself. The fence was flashing by at the edge of my vision. Oh my freaking god. I was running in another direction this time, toward the edge of the forest that smelled of pine. My heartbeat measured time. The wolf boy growled behind my back, as if he forgot his human nature. Agrrr! Agrrr! He said. My right leg got stuck in the snow-laden cavity and I fell. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and fell to the ground. Grrr! Blustering snow prevented me from standing up, from proving myself against anything, but my unbound thirst for life helped me get out of that trap. Darkness was creeping closer, like the toxic fumes of burial pierce. I ran again, gasping for air. Death stung at my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my head when I fell down, and my ears were now hot from the freezing cold, while most of my body was still sweaty. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest wasn't the smartest decision I could make, I dove into the line of trees. I ran without stopping, my face covered with one of my palms. I didn't want to lose an eye to some random branch. Branches whipped my clothes, pricking my skin like butchers that were herding a pig into the grinder. An off of roots, sprouting from the ground, grabbed my foot. I rammed into the scratchy trunk, slid down to its base, and looked around in panic. Phew! You're so fast! My first desire was to dash toward her and hug her. I resisted it and squeezed myself even tighter into the pine. You... What are you doing here? Isn't that... She was holding the hat I lost. Walking past time in a lost and found. Put it on, or your ears will freeze and maybe even fall off soon. I squinted in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Alisa might be holding a severed head or something even more sinister. But in the end, my hat turned out to be just my hat. What happens if I don't take? I don't know. Let's take. I took it and pulled it over my forehead. Feeling warmer? I didn't reply. There were some children in the yard. What are those? And did I bite you some? No. Then why did you run away? Because they were scary. Fuck. The answer was obvious. But after rolling the thought in my tongue, I mumbled. I don't know. Why did I promise to never call you a dunce again? Oh well, I'll keep my promise. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. I sensed the familiar aroma of mint, oranges, and burnt sparkles. I wanted to lean to Alice to savor the minute of detail of her smell. How many times do I need to tell you? You're safe as long as you're with me. I am your friend. And they are too. I quickly turned around toward the place the fox girl was pointing to. Kids in masks appeared at the clearing. At least they looked like kids, since they were all pretty short. A wolf boy, an old girl, and a bear boy. They all huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around. I thought you fell through the snow. Started digging around, but couldn't find you. And I didn't care. I didn't care enough. I think it's the bully. I think he's the fat bully. I forgot his name. He's the fat bully that got dead, I think. Hey, maybe this is Vova. Maybe. Just maybe. That's him! That's him. You see, if you're dumb, you run around and dig. And if you're smart, you wait until the others get tired of running around and digging. Then you start talking. You rat! Digging a rat! Huh? Don't mind him, please, he's a weirdo. I stood there, stupefied, my mouth agape, and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to the words. This late... Fuck, what the fuck? This late night guest, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile. You just scared me, that's all. They started looking at each other, and somebody even snorted, as if I said something funny. Yeah, the fox is right. He's the one. No, this is our. Have we finally found him? Our bunny. Yes, he looks the part. The wolf boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was Italian excitement. Of course, you were the first. Wolfie here was the first since the bunny in you. He told us about you. Hello. And you already met her Hootie before. She isn't that scary, is she? Actually, she's that scary. She gave me the job scare in her last episode, if you don't remember. It was very scary. I guess. And the smiling big guy is Teddy. Be mindful with him, or he'll chew your head off. What? I see you've also dropped your sense of humor somewhere on the way here. I was still unsure if these peculiar little animals had the best intentions in mind, so I hid my hands behind my back, trying to look away from the gaping holes in their carnival masks. Alisa put her hands to her sides in theatrical manner and somehow managed to wink with a fox face. So, the next time we come, we'll ring red bells for you. That way, you'll be less scared of our visit. I won't be ringing. My paw hurts. My smile was no longer fake. Oh, you showed us your teeth. That's a good sign. I didn't expect you to find us so fun. I thought it was a motion reserved strictly to Disneyland. How do you know that? I read about it somewhere. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! She is it! She is the girl! I can see it in her eyes. She is the girl. She's clearly the girl. About Disneyland, darling. You can read human? Yes, she goes to school. She is it. She's it. Do you think I'm going to school every day for nothing? Then she sang in a quackish voice. She's it. She's it. Where to pray on all the mic at your local school, of course, at your classroom. That's very nice. I let a cautious laugh. My new acquaintance didn't seem scary anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. Actually, this is weird. There was something about them that attracted me. Just like this clearing, this moon and snowflakes that fell backward from the ground to the sky. As if someone was rewinding a tape. The masked kids got close and I felt their touch. They gave me friendly taps. Felt my clothes as if checking whether I was well. There was no animalistic malice in their touch, only pure childish curiosity. For some reason, I thought to myself, I can trust them. Snowflakes just kept on floating upwards. Nobody will hurt you anymore. Friend! Yeah, if somebody even tries to. The fox gave me a slight tug and burst out laughing. Well then, Tasha, will you run with skiing or come with us? Where to? To the amusement park. At that moment, Tiger's deceptive silence was broken by the sound of distant flute. Memorizing and alluring, it brought about a ring of crystal glass and whispers of fresh winter spring. What is this? If I had any doubts before, the flute song shattered the last of them. I started following my aloof friends before I could even make my decision. My legs carried me up their one wheel, and the tunnels made of pines stepped apart. Bushes bowed in front of our procession. Everything looked like a dream. Maybe it is a dream, because even the clearing we ended up, I only saw in my dream. The flute soared up in the treetops like some fantastical bird. The snowflakes floated up in a spiral. The moon painted 3 branches with silver. Actually, yeah. Alisa gasped in amazement. I was also in awe. I tilted my head backward as far as I could. Woohoo! What a sight! Yeah, it's so beautiful. Wolfie howled in agreement. This is nothing. I can show you much more. If you want. I did want. I wanted to see what the fox girl saw with her eyes, hidden in the semi-dark of her cape. How do you not know it's your girlfriend? Now I didn't feel weird about this masked kid. I felt weird for being the only one without a mask. I felt like I was naked in the January of winter. Why do you wear this mask? I was trembling, but I wasn't scared. My trembling wasn't caused by the cold. It originated from the peculiar anxiousness, the anticipation of something amazing. And why did you ask? I touched my cold cheek. I'm not wearing one. I love my human tails. Human nails? What? Human face. I've already told you. All the villagers wear masks. It just you won't find anything human underneath them. Even me? Hehe, you're so clumsy, Anton. Woo woo woo! I've already found your glasses once already. Woo woo! And your rat! I do it better. And your real face. I looked at the mask the fox was holding out to me. The bunny mask that looked like silver ingot under the moonlight. I was curious to see the world to its list. Take. Suddenly, finding its way through the flute's melody, a thought came to me. The glasses they found were in Semyon's possessions. My new acquaintance must have known what happened to him, or even worse. This is Semyon. And what did happen to Semyon? Where did he pay? What happened to him? And the other children, Vova. The bear and they all looked at each other. This is Vova. This is Semyon. The wolf boy curled into a ball and the fox lowered his pointy nose over a mask. The one who was kept in a cage. The one who cuts into little pieces were the one who wears a skin face took them. Oh, if I knew how to cross myself, I'd do it. So we're saying it was human. Why are you even listening to us? How can you call someone like him human? There's just one word for him. An adult. It's so easy to get lost in the adult world. Killers, cool animal trainers, and cold parents. If you don't want to get sad, better not to think about him. Oh, you know me. I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want you to be sad. Somehow I don't so not sad today. So this is not Semyon. What about you, Anton? Huh? I was lost in thought, staring at the pines, trying to pinpoint the location of the flute. I was sure that the person who played it was standing right behind the piney stockade. Someone tall, going over the holes in the flute, with her long fingers. What now? Are you gonna kiss it sad or have some fun? At least I want to show me something. Let's start with the sweet fun! The fox girl took a handful of candy from her pocket and handed them to each of the kids. Covers shuffled, the smell of pineapple, cocoa, and melon wafted through the air. The last sweet, chocolate flavor, waffle candy, Alice put it right into my mouth. My tongue was melting in spiciness. It felt like my body was covered in fur and sparks were running along it. I chewed on the waffle and the chocolate, gulped down, enjoyed the vivid taste. Thanks. And I put the mask on. My gratitude was barely audible because my lips were already touching the insides of the mask. I didn't even notice how I put it against my face. The papier-mâché was warm, the mask stuck to my skin, giving it a nice prickle. The kind when you dive into a hot bath after being an outside winter when you lie down and purr from the soapy water. yours? Mine! What are we waiting for? The phone will save itself. You're right. The melody kept swelling in the field like a hurricane. I couldn't wait to release the energy, the heat that this enchanting music was filling me with. They all jumped and disappeared into the sky. What the frick? I heard her laughter from somewhere above, and then she landed back, huffing a second. You can do it too. Give it a try. How? I followed suit. What the frick? My feet tore off from the ground. I flew toward the stars like a rocket and screamed from happiness after seeing my friends down below. The wind helped me fly. It felt like I was jumping on a huge trampoline. The stars looked like sparkles that I could reach and lick up. The moon got closer and then I plunged. I got scared that I'd break my legs for a moment, but my soul landed softly on the ground and I regained my balance. You are safe with us! And all of your dreams will come true. I'm so happy that I finally found you. Bunny! And this is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode because this was really fun episode to record. Not so scary stuff, but a lot of things we think about today, like the fox girl is our girl. Seems like. Let's not finish the episode just yet. My real enemies, and I felt that with every single hair on my mask, were those who knew nothing about magic. Humans from the village. It seems like end of the episode or something. I also realized how alive my surroundings have become. I heard the dry grass under my snow moan. I saw faces of the trees and the stars. The trees were smirking and the stars were grimacing in fear. That's right, be scared. I jump at you and I snapped my teeth. Then let jubilant laugh, jumping up along with the fox. We flew higher than the tallest pines that stayed in the air. I swirled, Alisa followed my rhythm. I knew she was smiling, so I smiled too. And the flute just kept on playing, carrying us higher and higher. Hey, did someone put a spell on you? Paulina. That someone is standing next to me, I thought. Trying to unclog my chain from the desk. My muscles felt tightly sore, but that feeling was pleasant. The whole class was wandering around for some reason, whispering and passing notes to each other. Their faces looked discolored mass to me, black and burning. I yawned, remembering the time I was soaring high above the forest with Alyssa by my side, laughing and squeezing my hand. Perhaps no, it was all just a dream. But I didn't walk back from the forest, just woke up in my bed in normal time morning with tea and medicine. Still, I was hardly worried about trying to find the rational explanation for my night dance. That feeling of flight was much more important. And the knowledge of how it feels to be hanging in the air above the treetops of majestic pine and burying my teeth to the moon. Sorry, I got lost in thought. Have you heard about Katya? Huh? This was a dream? No! I glanced at the empty seat in front of me. Katya went missing. My sleepiness was gone in an instant. I found in suspicion. What do you mean? It can't be. And this, guys, this is the end of the episode of Tiny Bunny. Katya is missing, yeah! I hope you enjoyed this episode. I am the Bunny. Like, subscribe, and comment on the video. I am the Bunny. This is the title. Bye bye. Ciao.